everybody. Welcome to ICC's Game of the Week with your host, as always, Joel Benjamin. The Danzhou GM tournament was technically an international, but with 8 of the 10 players from China, it was a real opportunity to see several of the top Chinese players go head-to-head with each other. In the end, it was a sensational victory for Wang Yue at 28, almost forgotten unfairly among his countrymen. Wang's 7-2 score and 28-87 performance shows he is not ready to step aside. Now, even though the teenage sensation Wei Yi only managed a +1 tally in the end, he garners the most attention for his spectacular second-round victory over Lazaro Bruzon of Cuba. The win generated immediate 21st century controversy, as many pundits on the internet, noting that the first truly new move came at move 21, suggested that the whole game was home preparation. I doubt that, and while the tactics could certainly be calculated by grandmaster over the board, they are quite lovely and instructive. Wei Yi has produced an instant classic in the lore of king hunts. All right, let's get to it. Now, it's a Sicilian and a little bit of an unusual move order. Here, Wei Yi plays bishop e2, so he delays the move d4, and I don't know if that caused any issues for Bruzon or not. If white had just played d4 straight off, then black often develops the queen to c7 early, and perhaps that's something you would do in a closed position. But in any case, Bruzon plays knight c6, and that transposes into a kind of branch of the Taimanov. So this is a very common position, and if black wants to utilize a Taimanov strategy, he can play bishop b4, and he also has the move b5. There are 2 moves that I've played on occasion myself, as I've played the Taimanov many years for black. But Bruzon just plays bishop e7, and this is going to lead the game into Scheveningen channels d6. This is, typical pawn structure that you can get this from a Taimanov as here, straight Scheveningen, or also out of the Najdorf, as Garry Kasparov has had this type of position with black on many occasions. White here can play a4 to prevent the move b5 after exchange of knights, and that would, for instance, lead into the battleground that Kasparov fought against Anand, which was now about 20 years ago, and many other games since. That's probably kind of the main line of the bishop e2 Scheveningen. But Wei Yi plays king h1, so playing without a4, and here white will be looking for the typical maneuver of his queen to g3. Castles, queen e1. One of the differences here is that because of the Taimanov move order, the black has committed the queen to c7, and when we get to this type of position without the queen c7, black doesn't necessarily move it there. So this is maybe a more popular way for white to play when black has committed his queen already. And a3, preventing a b4 to chase away the knight. Now in this position, Bruzon plays rook a d8, which is now the most popular move. It may look strange at first to put the rook on a closed file, but the idea is that if white plays e5, this is basically the strategy that white